Indeed, and greetings upon you, beloved and holy friend. Thank you so much for joining me here again on another live stream, another moment for us to do what needs to be done, while we can, while we have this time, while we have this moment, instead of not doing anything at all. We're doing some love. Thank you for doing this with me, friends. Is the lighting look okay? I mean, I look mildly discolored in these lines, but at least you can see me instead of it being in shade. It's raining, so can't be in the middle of nowhere. Might be a little bit overexposed, but thank you for joining me nonetheless. Today's message, today's transmission from the universe was just again this one of good things happen rapidly or instantaneously or can be very in your face. And did I say bad things? Yeah, bad things can be very in your face and good things take time. You know, good things will slowly but surely reveal themselves, but it will be because of its of its time-based realization won't be as in your face, so you won't feel like you would be noticing it as much or you would be so aware of it as you would be of the bad things, and it's this constant ebb and flow back and forth of trying to figure out how to be. Oh, okay. Sorry about that for my halfway distraction. uh One of my lights is not working. Give me a second. I was like, something is off, but I couldn't see what it was at first. There we go. And then this one. Better? I mean, I'm still kind of discolored. It's kind of odd. Love it. Frankie Marie, I love you, friend. Thank you for joining me. What a pleasure it is to have such a beloved friend here with us. Who, someone to learn with, someone to see, in a way that is like another transmission of that. Like when we're absent, that can be seen as the instant bad, right? That absence, instantly horrible. But then we can recognize that even though that absence might be something that is not necessarily enjoyable, the contrast, the other side of that, is the connection again, is this moment where we actually come together and we get to be with one another, we get to see one another, we get to share some insight and love. And man, I keep getting schooled, keep getting schooled. And I've had that prompt, that stream topic. Like I have a whole list. When I have like an idea or a feeling that resonates with me, I save it in a list of the things that I want to stream about. And this one has been in that. Is it raining? It is, WR. It is raining right now. You can see it looks nice and misty on the mountains in the back. And it's water falling from the sky. We're never separate. Man, are you serious? Yeah, seems Mother Nature is serious. So it's been raining from this side this whole time, and now when I came and sat down, it started raining like this. Please, please, I don't want to move again. Please spare me. Please. It's already kind of cold. Bad things happen instantly. Good things happen certainly. Maybe if I keep sitting here, even if it rains on me, maybe there will be some good to come off of it. All I have to do is be patient and find out, with you friends. Shannon, let's do it. Looks good to me. Very good. Okay, fantastic. Thank you. It's been a while since you've had a rainy stream. It has been a while, hasn't it, Shannon? Like I feel, it has become winter, so technically it doesn't rain around this time for us, but Mother Nature had other ideas. Like literally, I don't think it has ever rained. In the time that we've lived here during this time of our year. Like usually in the May months we don't get any rain. We've gotten rain twice. No, three times. No, please. Please stop. Please stop it. Please. It's raining on my face and raining on on my back and on my cushion. Oh, please. It is kind of cold today. Love starting my day with you. Happy day to you, Miss Mouse. What a pleasure. What a pleasure to have you here with us. Surprise, my friend. Babu, I am so surprised. I've never seen you before, so it quite literally is a surprise. You know? And who are you, Babu? Tell me. Tell me. Babu Rua. Rao. Babu Rao? Rao? How do I say your name, friend? Tell me about you. You know, tell me what it is you want of life. Tell me what it is you might be feeling is bad right now. And then tell me how you could potentially see it becoming something good later. Right? Like I would like... Oh! Yeah? The wind is like, oh, I see you have lights. Would be a shame if someone fucked your lights up. It would be a shame, wouldn't it be, Mother Nature? Never separate. Always getting gamed. Let me try and get these things set up again. Please. Please, Mrs. Wind. Please. Please have mercy on my soul. I'll be a good boy. I promise! I'm trying to be a good boy. I really am. I'm actively trying. Damn it, now... Now I feel like it doesn't... How did I even manage to get it to balance the first time? I feel so amiss, so aloof. You know, I feel like I'm only partly here right now in this moment. And that's usually not how I like feeling. Damn it, my mind, the ego, the monkey in my brain is like, no, it needs to get fixed. Fix this thing now. Okay, one is fixed. Was fixed for... Like the wind is not stopping, but it's not that strong either, so I don't know why. Okay. No, this one. Yes. Okay. All right. Maybe we should do like a little bit of a contemplation because even like in this current state of mind, I feel like I'm lost. I'm completely missing the point. Maybe I'm just like still out of it from the yoga. It was like kind of a little bit of an intense session. Unfortunately, not intense just for me as well. Surprise again, Babu. Crash landing. We had a great thunderstorm last night. I loved it. Thunder. There's very few things that humbles me and makes me realize the magnificence of Mother Nature's power, like thunder strikes. Well, thunder is technically the sound, right? Lightning strikes and the thunderous applause that follow them. It's so freaking cold. Peppy, what are you doing? Peppy! 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 Can you not, please? Please, I'm already lost as it is. And you being distracted and being like... just makes me feel even more lost. Oh, thank you. Thank you, silly girl. How is your day going so far? My day's been going well, Babu. You know, like the thing I want to share, and let me share it anyway. I want to share it, but I didn't think I will share it. So the fact that you're asking, friend, maybe I should. So as of late, you know, I've had this transmission of extreme connection, you know? Connection in a way where I feel connected, you know, and then sometimes, as I say this, it starts raining on me again. Sometimes that connection can feel like it gets interrupted, right? Or maybe we get busy, or maybe we feel low energy, and then we interrupt that connection, and then that interruption of the connection can be devastating sometimes. You know, it can be absolutely brutal to our mental well-being and to our monkey mind, the thing that keeps telling us that certain things need to be a certain way, and then tries to solve for that problem, right? And the only thing that I've noticed today is that I'm okay with it. You know, like that was a weird realization for me almost, because usually I'm not. I'm usually very not okay with not being connected. But today I realized that it's quite literally impossible for me to not be connected. You know, and no matter how it's going to turn out, there is still going to be connection within that. And it's this genuine recognition that's happening within me right now that is helping me grow. You know, it's genuinely helping me see. It's helping me see. You know, and I got to have this beautiful conversation with Christian today as well, where we just got to again touch base. And I have grown so much just in the last, at least in my personal opinion, I've grown so much in the last few months. And Christian is a few years older than me, so he has a leg up, you know, he has an advantage with his amount of conscious work he could have done by now. And during today's conversation, I just had that feeling, that understanding that me and him and the relationship we have with one another is still continuing to grow, just because of my willingness to grow, you know. And as I grow and as I gain information from the universe, I get to share that with him, and then he realizes that I receive the transmission from the universe that he has received, and then in that realization of the receptivity of the other person and where they're at, you see yourself, and then by seeing yourself you can share what you saw in yourself during that time, layers, you know. And then I just feel this genuine love for him, you know. And we had conversations about where it is we want to end up, you know, like we're planning. And oh, I I don't know how to say these things without feeling like I'm making promises, or you know, like the conversations were being had about where it is we're going to continue living, you know. And he wants to move to Cape Town next year, February-ish. That's fucking soon, yo. It's way too soon, dude. Damn it, Christian. but but he wants me to come with him. You know, he wants me to come with him. And Cape Town is a very beautiful place. It's a very aware place as well when it comes to the coming revolution of what we're going to be expected to do as human beings. So there would be a lot of opportunities. There would be potential for exposure. There'll be potential for so much, but all at the same time, a potential for things to be different than they are right now. You know, and having to accept that, having to kind of come to a realization that that might be the way it will be, and him, you know, trying to figure out if that is what he needs as well, and just me trying to be in support of him. I shared with him, you know, how it is I'm feeling at the moment. I shared with him the things we're going through, and he understands. You know, we had even the conversation about dying and, you know, what comes after. And I got to share with him this feeling I have, like the ultimate state of dying and what comes after is complete oneness, complete unity, complete realization of who you are, what you are again. And then from that complete realization, like it's literally complete, it's like the fullness of the infinity. From that realization and feeling, loneliness arises. You know, a feeling of disconnection, a feeling of not being seen, being alone within this ultimate awareness. And then from there, a fractioning back into the infinite, back into you in this moment. And me and him being two parts of these fractions, speaking to one another, contemplating this existence that we're a part of. And that was like what I wanted to transmit and what I was feeling in that moment. But I think there will be steps to that, you know, in the same way that we have like lower, in quotation marks, lower levels of consciousness on our planet. Maybe not lower levels of consciousness, maybe lower levels of intelligence or capacity to feel. I think that would be better. Like I feel all consciousness is equal. It's just the depth at which that consciousness can operate isn't equal. So because of my human makeup, because of my neurons, because of my particular eyes, because of my particular feeling organs, the hormones that my body produces, the ability to remember, to articulate, to form ideas, to form connections with other human beings, even if they aren't close to me, even if they don't serve me in an evolutionary way. There's like a capacity for us to grow. And this is something that Christian said, like he believes that we are preparing, like we are in the larval state for what is coming next. And I shared that, feeling and transmission with him, that the state that we're going into now, the state that comes next, is going to be something that is so awe-inspiring, like being in an astral form, being in a body that is light, actual light, and having that expression and being that expression, and being able to communicate through that expression. And there was this just fantasy, technically fantasy, of where it is we could go. And like me and Christian have shared so many beautiful imaginations with one another. Like one of them, we were talking about living lives as dragon riders, and being in this world where dragons are a thing and human beings have domesticated them to some extent, and these dragons, become imprinted on you because you get them as a baby, when you're a baby, and then you grow up with this dragon, and one of your like life missions, one of your yogas, one of your purposes is to raise your dragon in a way that is going to be reflective of your soul. And in doing so, you grow, and with you growing, your dragon grows, and then you become a dragon rider when you grow up, and you make friends, and you go on adventures with your dragons. You go and land in the middle of a beautiful field. You go and land on the top of a mountain, and you look at the mountain ranges and the bodies of water, and you make a fire as the sun sets. Having your dragon curled up in a little bit of a half moon, having its wing as a little roof, and you can set up like a little camp, and just being able to be in that moment with your friend as dragon riders, exploring the world as dragon riders and what it could entail. And there was a longing shared between me and him to live that life, to live that life of dragon riders, to live that existence of experiencing world in a way that we are not experiencing the world right now. And then I mentioned to him that, even if we don't get to experience the world in that way, even if we don't die and we get born into a new life where we are these dragon riders, we are experiencing it right now. Just by thinking about stuff like that, we are conjuring this image, this feeling, this experience of inside of ourselves to already be there, to already live that existence, and to extrapolate that into the understanding of what comes next. What is coming next, friend? What is coming next for you? Like ask yourself that, like, what have I been doing and what comes next? Am I in this moment in my life caught up in the bad that I'm seeing right in front of me? Or am I hopeful for the good that I know will certainly come? And it's difficult sometimes. It's difficult most times. It's difficult for me pretty much all of the time. I get so caught up in thinking that things should be a certain way, thinking that I should have a certain experience, that I don't realize that I'm already having the experience. That you are already having the experience. Alan Watts has this beautiful transmission. Thank you, friends, for joining me in this space. He has this beautiful transmission of a dreamer that goes to sleep and dreams 80 years worth of existence every single night, completely lucidly. And within this dream state, you can do whatever you want to. You can drive all of the cars that you think you want to drive. You can, if it serves you, sleep with all the women or men that you think you want to. You can experience all of the different foods, all of the different mountain ranges. You can fly. You can become a mole and dig into the ground. You can see the core of the earth. You can do everything, right, within this dream state. And you'll dream and you'll dream and you'll dream. And at some point, you're going to hit a threshold where you realize you've done everything that you think you want to do. And then you'll do this instead. You'll be you instead. Instead of continuing as that infinite dreamer, instead of continuing as that potential to be anything, you choose to be you. You choose to be this experience. You choose to be yourself. Surely there should be good that comes from it, right? Man, I'm like getting absolutely like, please, rain, please. I'm sitting underneath the roof and it's raining on my face. Please. I'm getting so cold. Oh man, like it's raining sideways, just to hit me. Like I feel Mother Nature is like, spits on me. Spits back. Don't you spit on me? Oh goodness. Good morning, brother Isaac. So nice to have you here. What do you think the priorities in your life that are holding you back from possibly following him? Nothing. Isaac, I kind of agreed. I kind of agreed to follow him. That's the thing. If anything, like I don't really have priorities that keep me back from it. I just have financial implications, right? I cannot afford to eat food by myself right now. That's unrealistic for me to expect for now. So I need to be able to realize a certain amount of financial affluence. Are you serious? Are you really serious? Like look at this, look at this. Like I'm literally smack dab underneath the roof, and there was like a whole line going like through here with no rain, and now like I'm like soaked. I'm like actually soaked. Why? Why? Please, please, I beggeth of you, Mother Nature. Oh, there we go. Thank you, thank you. Like it unironically stopped raining underneath underneath the roof. Thank you so much. Thank you. Puto hippie. I think so, friend. Hippie stands to me, at least the way that you spelled it, the acronym for highly intellectual person pursuing inner enlightenment. And enlightenment is a very woo-woo word. To me, what enlightenment means is when you realize you are light. When you realize that you are more than just this fleshy being. That there is something underneath this fleshy being that is always aware, always perceiving, always continuing your existence, even when this existence, as you think of it, isn't. Smoking a bowl for you. Thank you for that, Smoke Buddha. Smoke Buddha. I like that, Smoke Buddha 11. Thank you so much, friend. What is this about? The light was falling again for a second. Today's stream is about this realization and recognition that bad things usually feel like they arise instantaneously. And because of that instantaneous nature of bad things, this instant separation where this is the way I want things to be, and then something arises that isn't that way. And then there's an instant like attachment, almost like pain response, reaction to that bad thing in a way that is like you instantly notice it because now it's suddenly not in your frame of network of what you want, right? And then the other side of that is how good things happen. Like good things happen over years, over decades. And they happen so gradually that we don't get that instantaneous feeling to it. Like we don't feel, I want to be happy, I want to have, a wife, I want to have kids, I want to have these things. You might have those thoughts in you. And then as you live your life over the next 20 years, you might meet someone, you might, afford a house, and you do all of these things. But because they happen so gradually, you don't get to acknowledge them with the same amount of intensity that you acknowledge the bad things in your life. And just to pay attention to that, right? Not saying that it's wrong, just to pay attention to it in a way that you can give yourself a little bit more power to enjoy life as life unfolds, and not to get too caught up in the bad feelings that is present within you right now. To instead of giving power to your fear and your expression of worry, to give power to what could be and your expression of the love that you're still going to experience. Diana, love to you, friend. Thank you for joining us. Sending you all. Oh, I see. Well, luckily, someone just became a certified yogi and has cultivated a family so full of love and abundance that you'll have no problem spreading your word. I'm sure. Isaac, I'm not worried. I'm not worried at all, Brother Bay. Like, I feel now officially I'm less worried than I've ever been because I know the thing that I know this thing. You being in this moment with me right now is proof that what we're doing has value. Right? Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. Otherwise, you wouldn't be drawn to this space. Otherwise, you wouldn't be still listening. And even if you listen for a bit and you go back into the world and you never come back, that worth stays with you. This exchange stays with you forever. Forever and ever. Nobody can take it away from you. It's permanently a part of you now. And to acknowledge the power we have to influence and touch each other's lives and to try and use that power to share love, share positivity, to share good vibes with one another. Like that is what I'm about, Isaac, genuinely, and I don't need to. I'm patient. I'm patient in that space because it's so beautiful, right? I can sit here in this moment for infinity doing this and I would have done what I'm supposed to do. So everything else is going to be a bonus. Thank you though, Isaac. It's all coming together, Mel. It will. I was just thinking that, Isaac. Patience is one of the hardest virtues to obtain. That it is, Natalie. And it's the virtue that, I feel I came to South Africa specifically to learn patience. You know, I haven't been complaining about it because I refuse to complain as of late. But we haven't had, we've had load shedding again over the last 2 weeks for between 2 and 4 hours a day. So between 2 and 4 hours every single day, we just do not have electricity. And I've just been taking these moments as like a genuine opportunity to reach out to you friends, to talk to you friends, or to sit in meditation. And it's been such a shift in my consciousness into patience. Sure, now I don't have electricity for 2 hours. What do I have to learn how to do? Oh, there it is again. Be patient. Oh, my packages have not arrived after 3 months of me waiting. What am I supposed to do? Oh, learn patience. Oh, my life isn't the way that I want it to be right now. What am I supposed to do? Oh, learn patience and start showing up, for the small things. Start showing up for yourself. Start showing up for this experience that you're a part of right now. And realize that patience is something that will always serve you. Oh, by the way, I am Hubband. I am Hubband. I'm Hubband. Yes, you are, Isaac. How does it feel to be a husband, dude? This dude is a husband. Literally 2 days ago was just like some dude, unmarried and stuff. Now, suddenly he's a husband. I have a question for you, Isaac. Who was it who shared this with me? Was it a video? The universe, through some divine transmission, shared with me this feeling in certain men that when they get married, they acknowledge their own mortality. Because as soon as you get married, there's a recognition of having kids, your kids growing up, them moving out, you retiring, and then you dying. Did that come up for you, Isaac? And I'm sorry if this is like, bro, please. My mind is melting enough right now, Melt. I don't need to ponder my own mortality. So much love to you, Brother Bear. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. Dragon riding homie. That it is. That it is. I think he wants to bang Rand al'Thor. I don't know who Rand al'Thor is, If I knew, maybe I could confirm or not. Oh snap, Aussie hippie, close. I mean, I am in the south hemisphere of planet Earth. Do you thought of becoming a vampire? Have I thought about becoming a vampire? Interestingly enough, multiple times. At some point in my life, really seriously considered being a vampire. And I was like, yeah, that would be really cool. And I was like, imagining being a cool vampire, actually being able to go out into the sun if I have a sun ring or something. But then, the whole implications of having to suck blood, literally drain life force out of other beings in order to continue existing. That's a little bit of a yikes. Just a little bit. So, I don't think I would become a vampire, even if I were given the option to. But I do think we're going to do something else. Not exactly vampires, but something like that. Dragons are real. Dragons are real, friend. I mean, within infinity, probably. You know, like we are but a small fraction of existence. You know, like the smallest of fractions of existence. So within infinity, and with all of the infinity that can happen within infinity, even dragons. Sure, why not groundhog? Saying a lot without saying anything. Isn't it beautiful? Powdered by burgers. I kind of like had this whole imagination one at one point where I got abducted by aliens, and then they just put me down, and they sat me down, and they had me just speak, right? And it was like they were listening to music, like I was making music, and then there was like a translator next to it, and people were like, or the aliens were asking like, what is he singing about? And they just mentioned he's singing about love for other beings. He's singing about love for the world. He's singing about love for the dragons. He's singing about love for himself. He's singing about love for animals. He's singing about love for you. And like the aliens were like, sick. This song is beautiful, you know? So yes, friend, I'm saying a lot without saying anything because I'm singing. That's how singing works. Good morning, Manny. Just love you to bits. Thank you. Kira Burr for sending love to our Aunt B. What's next for you? Hitting up Goodwill for clothes? I'm probably not going to be buying any clothes in a while, Choke. Like, I've been wearing these clothes for 506 days now or something. And I'll probably wear it for another 500 days. Hopefully, by the end of these 500 days, that's a little bit. You know what? Let's manifest. At the end of this 500 days, hopefully I'll actually have my own clothing brand, you know, and I'll be able to wear my own clothing. If I can replace the clothing I'm wearing right now with clothing that I design, I would be very happy. Or clothing that you friends helped me design. Interesting. I had the opposite effect. I was trying to tune into the awareness. I was trying to tune into my awareness while the ceremony was happening. I was hit with these waves of infinity. Yes, dude. It makes me so happy that you're saying that, Isaac, because when he was, I think it was Jordan Peterson who said that, now that I remember. And I was like, I'm not exactly sure about that. So the fact that you're feeling the opposite is all the more synchronous. I saw, instead of the end of my life with kids, grandkids, etc., I saw me finding Jasmine over and over and over again. I felt this incredibly strange feeling like I've been here before. So interesting you brought that up. Now I do feel that incredibly weird push. Not naturally, like I'm totally ready for kids. I'm not. But in a few years, definitely a little bean. Isaac is gonna have kids. A little Isaac slash Jasmine is gonna come into this world. Imagine what they're gonna be. Isaac, imagine what your kid is gonna be capable of, dude. Imagine what your kid is gonna see. Oh goodness. What a trip. What a trip just even thinking about it. Right? Isn't it beautiful, Shannon? I've got so many lovely pictures and videos. Genuinely, it was the most transformative night that I've ever experienced. You hear that? The most transformative night that he has ever experienced. And not just for me, my split parents, my siblings, and Jasmine's family. And that's why you felt all of that tension, dude. Your ego was like losing its shit, dude. Like having to come to the realization that the ego, the understanding, the perception that Isaac had of Isaac is melting away. You know, that significant experience is literally you melting into a new version of yourself, melting away what was and leaving room for what's new. Literally so many beautiful moments, experiences and conversations. I genuinely think so many people evolved that night. And it's gonna happen more and more, more and more, Isaac. Isn't it fantastic, dude? Congratulations, Isaac. What a beautiful blessing. Diana, thank you for blessing us with your presence as well. You're welcome. Love to you. What the hell are you on about? You should just listen. Stop banning me. You know, maybe people will stop banning you if you just listen. Just spend like a few moments listening and you'll know what I'm talking about. Mm, girl name, probably. No way. No way, Isaac. Ophelia. Dude. So, this is a little bit weird, but last year, around. It was around this time, wasn't it? No, a little bit before. Around April, I got into what was then a relationship, like an online relationship. And that divine feminine being wanted to call her daughter Ophelia as well. Well, she transmitted it as our daughter. She wanted to call Ophelia as well. And the boy name was Orion. Ooh, possibly Oliver. I do like Orion though. That is kind of sick. Orion. Orion! Fuck are you doing? Oh, like those names, Isaac. They're beautiful. They're so beautiful, by the way. And the fact that you have like that synchronistic name in your head as well, such a trip. I saw my dad bear hug my mom, which I never thought I'd see. My stepdad dancing with my brothers and my stepmom. I got to sing side by side with Jasmine's grandmother. I mean, goodness, dude. Like Isaac was tripping out, like straight up tripping out before this, like beautiful moment, beautiful day of his life. And obviously, like all of these things that you were going to experience, you couldn't even imagine, right? Like, and we mentioned this to you, like even if you create all of these little fractals of possibility, you won't even reach a fraction of what will be. And to hear that it was all so beautiful, dude. Thank you all for celebrating me always. I thought and talked about you all lots and lots. Isaac, we love and appreciate you, Brother Bear. I can't wait to continue seeing your growth. To one day meet your kid, dude. To one day have your kid meet my kids. My brain, please, no, please stop. I cannot right now. Yes, when lungs take flight, it's a little bit passionate, friend. I love you though. This is Meltmore. He's an Arpan OG. So be respectful or leave. Like I am fortunately untouchable on B. Like you can be as disrespectful as you want to be, and I'm still gonna be like, hey dude, I see you. I know who you are. You can't hide from me, Shiva. Get off it. Get off it, Shiva. Get off it. Good. Well, just got here. Lead paint is not healthy. That is true. Lead in general, like lead poisoning is a real thing. Please stay away from lead as far as you can. If you see lead, don't touch it even. Like don't even look at it. Run away. Oh, Isaac, my heart. What an incredibly beautiful experience. I'm so happy for you, my friend. Thank you, Shannon, for transmitting that as well. He deserves it. That like Isaac has been like I don't know all of the infinite that is Isaac, but I know that all of the infinite that is Isaac that I know deserves love. And to know that he is receiving that love and the fact that you're receiving and sharing that love with him as well, I honor you for that. Do you think of becoming a vampire somehow? That's the second time you're asking that question, Babu. Are you offering me to become a vampire? Like a part of me is like, instead of becoming a vampire, I have this whole new life as a vampire hunter. Like I would like to live in a world where someone is like, oh yeah, vampires are actually real. I'll probably lose my mind a little bit, but it would be pretty sick. Father son camping trip to South Africa. Yeah, come, Isaac. Yes, come, dude. The sooner the better, dude. Like I would love that, man. I would love that so much. It'd be radical. I do think that I might have to stay in South Africa, dude. I've been playing with this fractal so much of like thinking that I have to move. Maybe I'll live in America for a while, but I do think I'll gravitate back towards South Africa because I have a lot of work here to do as well. Woo. I shared this transmission with Ryan of the mission that I have here in Africa in general. That I have to probably go into, the African continent as well and share love on that side as well. Share infrastructure. Anybody know if Uncle Becky got his wood? There we go. He just joined us, so he'll be letting you know. I'll get your wood if I need. Uncle Becky, 'tis but only water, brother Melt. It's true, Uncle Becky, but it's also like I think 3 degrees Celsius right now. So yes, it's water, but the water is freezing, like actual like getting close to freezing temperatures. So it is only water, but it's like getting hit by like micro ice cubes. I like Alan Watts. He smoked cigarettes equals cool. I mean, I guess if that is your interpretation, but he died for it. You know, he died relatively early for it. Like he was a heavy drinker as well. Like Alan Watts had cool ideas, but I'm not going to model my life after his. I have to live my life the way that I want to. Don't threaten me with a good time, Mr. Hog on the ground. Hey Joel, thank you for joining us for the bear. It's nice to have you here. Infamous Sock, happy Sunday to you. We're all rooting for you and your wood. There we go. That's good to hear. I'm dying laughing here. Mine in the gutter. Mine too. Mine too, Ryan. I'm happy that I'm not the only one, Brother Bear. Thank you. How did you know what I'm doing though? Maybe I'll be a dragonfly or an eagle. Maybe you've been all of them, Miss Mouse. And this too. And this too. Wow, so motivating. Get motivated, Rough Artichoke. And go and share the motivation of others, friend. Go and inspire others to be happy and to live life. How high are you right now? I'm not high at all. I'm happy to say. I wanted to bring my pipe, but my pipe is a little bit clogged to the point where I can literally create a vacuum within the pipe tube, so I have to clean it out again. And I was like, well, pipe's not clean, can't smoke weed right now. We are here because of God. Yes, you are, certain ad. Yes, you are, friend. You just have to stop separating yourself. That's all I say. So you're saying when a guy gets married, his soul dies? Can confirm, Groundhog? It's not at all what I was saying, but if that is your interpretation, what does it say about you? Are you allowing your soul to die? That's the only way your soul dies, friend. Merman, friend, did you get any sleep? I do hope so, Joel. I'm so happy Groundhog found their way here. Happy as well. Thank you, Uncle Becky, for welcoming him and sharing love. We have Omeri and how to get approval for a mortgage loan. I a part of me doesn't want to own property, dude. You know, like there's something about owning property that doesn't sit right with me. It's like, why? Why do you want pieces of earth? You do realize you're gonna die, right? And then that piece of earth is just gonna be a piece of earth again. So I don't know. I don't know. You know, like maybe I'll just live as a digital nomad for the rest of my existence. Maybe I'll want to settle down one day. Right now, I'm open to anything, Omari. Thank you though. Gab, morning to you. Thank you, Gab, for joining us. My friend, it's nice to have you here. I got a little. Wish I could have slept in today. Perfect weather for a lazy day. On this side as well, Joel. With the rain coming down. It's so peaceful. And it stopped raining on me, Uncle Becky. So if I wasn't asking so expressly for it to stop raining on me, it would have probably continued raining on me. But because I was willing to surrender my pride, because I was willing to surrender my calm, my cool. Uh, uh, I'm not gonna ask please. Me, please? Why? Why will I say please for anything? And then I said please, and then the please got answered. No more rain on us, you know. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful for complaining a little bit. I wasn't complaining. I was asking technically. Will you sing by and bring me a cup of sugar, please? I mean, God, now you got it, dude. Be there in a few. I love the rainy background. Thank you, Bonnie, for joining us, friend. It's such a pleasure to be sharing it with you. So glad Isaac had an incredible time. Right, Gob? He deserves that. And he was like tensing up, tensing up, and then he got completely melted. I know some people wanted to see the pictures. Oh, I'm getting a little bit of a hiccup. Or the videos of the ceremony. I think I'll just an easy way, if you want to see the pictures, to let me know and I'll share a Google Drive with anyone that wants. Share me the Google Drive link, please. I would love to see it at the back. Hey, Lisa's joining us again. Happy day 507, my beloved, beautiful human beings. Isaac, so excited hearing your journey, sending you all the positive energy. I'm so grateful for you, Melt, and our friends, as we are for you. Thank you, Lisa, for joining us again. I feel the love. Do y'all feel it? I hope so, Gab. You friends deserve so much love. More love than I can give you. If you're like, damn, Melt is really trying to give me some love, that should be a recognition for you that you are worthy of even more than that. You are worthy of the love that I'm sharing and more, right? Because I can only love you to a certain extent. I can only give you that much love. So, if anything, I should awaken this understanding in you that you're capable of receiving that kind of love and to set your standards accordingly. Don't let yourself not be loved, friend. You deserve to be loved. Wish Isaac and Jasmine infinite meaningfulness in their partnership. I'm seeing a crossbow. Does that mean anything to you, Isaac? Crossbows? Maybe there's an analogy somewhere in there, but I'm digging for it and I can't find it just yet. As long as it doesn't feel like one. Yes, what is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. No more. Damn it. Now YouTube is coming for my freaking video. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Our content now. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Someone bonk Uncle Becky. Uncle Becky needs to be bonked. I think he's just now reading comments from yesterday's stream. I'm not sure about that, Aunt P. Dragging ass. Maybe Uncle Becky is? Maybe that is dragging ass today. It'll get better. It'll get better, Miss Mouse. Like a lot of us are feeling that way right now. Again, realize long-term implications, right? Not so much what do we feel right now, but realize how we could still feel infinitely more beauty going forward. Yesterday was oddly hard for me. For me too, Aunt B. I had like a hard time yesterday, and that was why I had to like come in a little bit loud and hot with the stream topic we shared as well. Head bobbing right at the race time. Oh, yeah. Existence. What a trip. Too much to do today. I don't know. How much do you need to do today, friends? It is Sunday, so I hope you get to get some rest. I hope you get to breathe easy. I hope you get to look forward to what comes in your week. And I hope above all that you remember that you are not separate, that you are playing an important role, that you being in and of itself, right? Just you being, you existing right now is absurd. The odds of you existing, like you have won the lottery 50 billion times over. And here you are, experiencing right now. Live into that experience, live into that awareness. That is what I want for you. Lisa also would like to see the pics, Isaac. Sadly, I have to wake up at the same time every day to take medicine. And lately, once I'm up for good. But today is another game day with my family. I'm looking forward to it. Joel, have an amazing time. Thank you for being the loving expression that you are in your family. Your goals, friend. I hope you feel well. Thank you for sharing that love on B. Thank you, feeling great. Hope the same is true for you. One of my favorite movies of all time. Diana, my brain has completely deleted whatever words I just said. I was like, movie? And then it was like trying to reference the words I said into a movie and pulling up. They're so ridiculously funny. More flying over my head. Today is better. I'm focusing on that. Thank you, Abdi, for focusing on what's better. For focusing on the good. For focusing on your power, friends. Night at the Roxbury. Oh, it's a movie. That makes a little bit more sense. Night at the Roxbury. Okay. I haven't seen it. Head bopping. Night at the Roxbury style. Maybe that. I don't know if it is, but there's like this scene. I think it is Jim Carrey and then two other characters, and they're sitting in a car, and they're just like. Is it that one? Maybe. For some reason, I feel both tired and energized. I feel both aloof and focused. I feel both not present and extremely present. And it's this weird ebb and flow feeling that I'm going through right now. Have you friends been feeling it as well? How have you been feeling? Like, please tell me, just in a single word, good, bad, meh. Just if you'd be willing to, I would love to see you. I would love to feel you. I would love to be in whatever feeling it is you're feeling right now with you. You are seen, friends. All you have to do is allow yourself to be seen. For that seenness to increase. Helio, thank you for the helpful friend. I appreciate that. Thank you for sharing your love with me. Did you get to enjoy the rain? I got to. I'm gonna have to dry this little blanket out, but fortunately it kept me safe from most of the cold. Hmm. Just being able to feel cold. Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell. Okay. I'm with you, friends. Good. So I've seen the meme, but I haven't seen the movie. If that isn't millennial for you, then I don't know what is. Today, my wife, Jasmine, started her 30-hour-a-week internship at a legal aid. Her first internship at law school. She was underqualified and still got a spot. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Of course she did, Isaac. I mean, the amount of love that you have given, the amount of conscious energy, she's probably just exuding waves, dude. As soon as she walked in there, people knew. And Chris Catan, thank you, friends, for letting me know. The good, the bad, and the not so ugly. Call me Trip Eastwood. It's nice to meet you, Marvin Merrow, Trip Eastwood Mariah. So much love to you, my friend. Thank you for joining us. I'm great. I'm excited for this year and all that I plan to be doing. I'm excited for your year and all you decide to be plan to be doing. Like even me, Shannon, even me, friend. I was thankful for Lady, LSD, and my brothers to break the ice on the dance floor. We really got in. You took some LSD? What the fuck? It was are you serious? What an experience, dude. So me and Armand, I've told you friends about Armand before. He's my friend that lives in New Zealand. He was like, something about I'm gonna show pictures at your wedding, like that was the context of it. And I was like, at my wedding, like entry or admission is gonna be you're gonna like walk into the door and then there's gonna be like a sheet that has like love is true or something written on it with like a bunch of small hearts, and then you're gonna take one of these small little squares off that sheet and you're gonna put it on your tongue, and then you can be allowed entrance into the rest of the wedding. And all of them, my parents including, especially my parents, have to pay this admission and if they want to come into the wedding. And he's like, are you crazy? And I'm like, yes I am. Don't you know? So I love that, Isaac. Dude, thank you for sharing that with us. Damn, Isaac, what a party that must have been. Right, Shannon. I'm like melting just thinking about it. I feel grateful to be alright in a not alright world. Yo, God. You see that? I'm so happy that I asked because that is just so beautiful. I feel grateful to be alright in a not alright world. Like that is profound, dude. Thank you. Man, I'm gonna write that one to my things worth saying. Little booklet. That's a thing worth saying. Little booklet. I feel grateful to be alright in a world that is not alright. Oh yeah. My book of things worth saying is disintegrating. It's not very happy about being used so frequently. I'm gonna have to Can I? I guess I can just glue it back. I probably will. Infamous Socks says, I've been feeling sad, but I believe it's a healing sadness. I hadn't been able to touch for many years. Infamous Socks, thank you for healing, friend. Thank you for taking the time to be with yourself. Thank you for being willing to acknowledge that you're capable of healing. That you're not a victim to the pain that you've experienced and that you can actively melt it away. Please continue doing that, not only for me, but for all of us. You feeling better makes all of us feel better. It's been a weird roller coaster ride for me too, Miss Mouse. Always feeling this spot on. Love you, sweet. I made it into Melty's book, Immortalized. Gob. Infinitely immortalized. I'll be shooting paparazzi in no time. So blinded, puts on shades. Walks. No flash photography, please. That's why he's gonna need the shades, Joel. Absolutely. Use some wood glue to attach the spine back to the cover. I was thinking about that as well. I was like, I can't probably do that. I was like thinking, would I still be able to flip the pages? And then I was like, yeah, technically the whole back is, made to do it that way. So I'm gonna definitely do that. Thank you, God. My brothers were on a little bit of LSD. Nothing crazy. Just had a few drinks. But I do have a mason jar full of monkeys. Oh, you got a mason jar full of monkeys as a wedding present, dude. Now that, if you ever thought you weren't understood or weren't known, now you can never believe that again, dude. What a cool wedding gift that is to get, right? And just imagine taking those mushrooms. Imagine taking those monkeys, out to play, knowing what the context of the gift was, right? Like, not only are these psychedelic monkeys, no. These are psychedelic monkeys given to me as a wedding gift in celebration of me becoming a husband, me marrying my divine feminine. This is what these mushrooms symbolize. And then you take them and you have an experience with that whole little fractal attached to it. How crazy. Did you hear? They finally found white holes. They did? Well, they are also finding that we might be in a mirror dimension. Like we're finding some pretty weird shit with our Hubble telescope measurements at the moment. And the scientists are like, excuse me, what? What the fuck? Like they're kind of losing their minds right now. And I'm just like, oh. Here we go again. Oh goodness, so ridiculous. I mean, they know me so well. It's beautiful, Isaac. You deserve that with the babe. You deserve to be known and seen in that way. I'm so happy to hear that. Like, what a cool gift that is. Snuggle the Poppers. Poppers is infinitely snuggled. Look at her. Gucci body bag says mush mush mush. Hello again, my friend. Much 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 to you, friend. Thank you for joining us. What a pleasure it is to have you here again. How have you been? How's life been treating you? What's a white hole? It's like a black hole, but it's white. I don't know actually, Fred. Like I was spending a moment thinking about it as well. I was like, I mean, we figured out how to make black holes of sound. We can do that. But I don't know what a white hole is. Maybe a portal? Like a wormhole? I don't know, dude. But it can be trippy to think about, right? Day 300 of me saying underwhelming and not profound things, and I've yet to make it into Melt's book. I can't understand why. But I gotta have your autograph. Eden, you say profound things all the time. You say profound things all the time, my friend. Sometimes I'm just in a state, where I'm more receptive than not. And for some reason, God hit on something that I needed to hear, and you will too, Eden. Like there's a bunch of room left in that little book for you to find your place. I'm sure you will. Thank you. Like now I feel bad for some reason. We just lost electricity again. Nah, there is 11 dimensions. I don't believe they will ever catch up. Oh yeah, no. I mean, there's theoretically 11 dimensions. For, string theory to work, we need at least 10 or 11 dimensions. Like, we cannot even begin to fathom the complexity of existence just as we are experiencing it right now. Never mind existence as we aren't experiencing it right now. That'll be 420 for 42 bucks, please. 42 bucks for a Gob autograph. I can see it. Manifest, brother. Manifest. If a black hole destroys things, does a white hole create? I was like thinking about that as well, Gucci. Like kind of like playing with the idea that a white hole is like the reverse of a black hole. So instead of consuming things, it just keeps emitting raw energy. And maybe that energy would be like chaotic and just like pulsing into the universe. I'm assuming the opposite of black hole. So we have Mariah also kind of like thinking. And Mariah, what? That's pretty incredible. The white holes. Yeah, next weekend. I mean, they know me as well. Next weekend is the plan for me. I was thinking today. We'll see what time. If I'm done with tasks. You do you, Brother Bay. You did say that you want to have that experience with your beloved. Pretty awesome. Makes life interesting. Makes life instead of eating it. Wouldn't it be sick, right? There's a lot of evidence showing that this great expansion of the universe is slowing down and will, relatively soon, we'll be probably be gone, start contracting extremely fast again. Yeah, yeah. And as it contracts, we expand. As it expands, we contract. And kind of like thinking of it in that context as well. Worth it. I'm just playing. I know, Eden. I'm playing with you as well, friend. Hello, friend. I'm sick and injured, and your vibes make me happy. I'm not a 32-year-old woman. I missed you. I don't think I missed you, but I think you might not have been there for me when I was sending love to you in yesterday's stream. And I was happy to know that you're, feeling better just by being in the space. I hope you get better soon, friend. Hope you'll be able to breathe easily. Hope you'll be able to embrace life in the fullest capacity of your being. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for feeling better in this space with us. There may be more, but I haven't reached them yet. Nope, Miss Mouse. Who knows how much more we'll reach, as we continue reaching. That which we find is that which we are. Space is trippy. You are trippy. Gucci, the fact that you have more space inside of you than you have outside of you, friend. That you are larger on the inside than you are on the outside. The fuck? There's more depth to Gucci Boy Bag inside of him, right? Like without being able to see Gucci Boy Bag, I know the depth of the being that he is, the love that he's experienced, the hardship that he's experienced, the moments of life that absolutely devastated him, and the moments of life that inspired him to continue living. And all of that is encapsulated within his being. And then he just has this body as well, in this external environment. He's using his little meat sticks to press buttons. Are you calling me fat? I mean, are you? Are you, Gucci boy? No judgment if you're fat, but is being fat serving you? Unfortunately, being fat didn't serve me, and I started exercising. So if you feel fat, exercise, right? There's nothing wrong with being fat, but there's always something right with exercising. It's good fun, dude. Real good fun. And being able to see your transformation, being able to watch yourself realize with that which is inside become expressed outside is kind of a trip, dude. You were loved, Gucci boy. You were powerful. Nice fucking see. Grow. Shines more light than Gucci boy. All of the love of the humans here. Be safe and love yourself today. Thank you for that reminder. Thank you for that reminder, Kira Burb. You too, Kira Burb. You should love yourself. No, Melt. My family needs to be loved. No, Kira Burb. You need to love yourself too. No, but Melt, I have this, beloved that I need to love. No, you too, Kira Burp. No, but Melt, I want to make art, and I have to channel my love into this. No. You too, Kira Burb. Love yourself, my friend. I love you so much. I wish we could love one another. I wish we could love ourselves the way we love one another. You know, like in an authentic way, in a way that we could see one another the way we see each other. Because, yo, we get so in our own heads. Thank you. You do the same. Thank you, friend. Lamar, thank you, friend. Much love. Thank you, Gucci boy. You are seen and loved with the bear. Why do you tap your fingers? Why not? Like, if you really want to know why. So, when you create pressure on your fingertips, this is technically the furthest emanation away from your brain, right? Like, unless you want to think about your toes, but you can't exactly contract your toes onto themselves and press them against themselves. So, when you do this, you're basically activating this brain cells, you know, and it's sending these signals all the way through your nervous system, all the way to these points, and it recognizes those touch inputs and then sends them all the way back to your brain. And in doing so, we actually have scientific studies that back this up. You can reverse the effects of Alzheimer's and dementia. It literally increases the symmetry of your brain, improving blood flow to your brain. Yeah, facts. Satanama, Satanama, Satanama. I recognize myself, or something like that is the chant. Taking my amazing, cute, cool, and sweet doggy on a walkie walk. Thank you, Gob. Go and love that little being. Talking about beings that I love, I wish people loved each other the way I love my dogs. Oh, me too. Me too. Oh, brother Paul. Like if people loved each other the way I love this little being, you know, like this. To give you an example, I'm like laying in shavasana, and my like it's like a death pose where you're like laying on your back with your arms stretched out at the end of my yoga session today, and she comes and she walks onto my belly at first, and then she's just like straight up stepping on my groin, you know, like really going for it. I'm like, you know, like contorting into this, you know, feeling. And instead of like, you know, bumping her off and trying to, you know, get her off of me, I'm just like there for it. I'm like accepting. I'm like, well, fortunately, she weighs like 5 kilograms, so I'll survive, you know. But I have so much love in my heart and my being for this little entity that I don't even want her to for a second think that there is anything that she can do wrong. And I like if humans love each other that way, dude, you'll see, Paul. It might be a little bit dangerous, but it would be significant. It would be life changing for all of us. I'm loving myself very much this morning, brother. Yes. You see, just to be able to hear that, Kira Burr, thank you. All morning spent doing whatever I want. Family happily upstairs. Yes, Kira Burr. Yes. That makes me so happy. Like, even if what I said wasn't what was happening, you saying that was what needed to be said. And if I didn't say what I said, then you wouldn't have said that. So thank you for saying it. Thank you for being in this moment with me. The Reddit Gugu. Yes, the Reddit Gugu. Guru. I don't know guru, dude. I'm just another person, right? Like I recently heard that guru means one that guides people to the light or something like that, right? And I was like, I do like the tune of that, but I'm Meltmore, you know. All of these previous labels have all of these previous attachments. Melt away all of those attachments, and then melt some more. Oh, I love you. You should too. JB Frog. Said love to JB Frog. Is he still at Uncle Becky's place? I don't know. Oh, pics, please. Truth. Very cool. Know you, friend. So much love to you. Wow. I tap my fingers instinctively. I didn't know it did that. Isn't it cool? Isn't it cool, friend? Your brain is ridiculously powerful. And it's a muscle, you know, and it's something that we need to train. And I genuinely think of these streams as like me putting myself through boot camp, like generating positive information. It's like, yeah, sure, all of this negative interpretation, but let's do positive information and then training myself in doing that. Wait a second, I think I've missed a few. There's a lot of evidence. Oh, I've already one. Google says that a white hole is a hypothetical celestial object that expands outwards from a space-time singularity and emits energy. So it is an emitter in the manner of a time-reversed black hole. So we were right. Oh, yeah. You know, who says that we're a bunch of stupid hippies? Fucking assholes. Like we know things. We know we can confer information. Taps fingers furiously. Tap my fingers. I tap my fingers. You are so right. Yeah, like this is like we have scientific evidence for this not right now, where we like literally did brain scans on people that we had 10 minutes a day of like these practices over 6 weeks, and then the before and after, you can literally see people's brain density increase. Not only do they have better blood flow, but alongside the blood flow, their brain density increased. Like we have imagery for this. You can go and see this imagery on the internet if you wanted to. It's kind of surreal. It's kind of surreal that we have the power to make our brains. Sometimes I wish I loved myself as much as I love Rosie and Blue. Actually, I'm gonna make that my daily goal. Love me as much as Paulie loves his dogs. Love you. And the way I think of that, Aunt B, is again, and I've shared this with you friends, it's like loving the feminine. Like loving that divine feminine expression, loving the earth, loving Mama Gaia, loving the sun, loving the fire, loving the water, loving the wind, loving the earth as yourself. You are earth. This body that you are is literally made of earth stuffs. Little Pippi is made of earth stuffs. Meltmore, first of his name, changer of the game. You to show us that we're all the same. On B, that I love that so much. I love that so much. Thank you for sharing it again with us. Please continue to. I would love that. Same. I do that. I do it when I'm anxious. Reminding yourself that you are connected. In reminding yourself of your connection, more connection occurs. Connect, 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 connect. And you want to add like some pressure. You don't want to just touch them. You want to like, you want to feel them, like, add some pressure to those points. Your dog looks like it has eyebrows, lol. Oh, does it, Gucci? I wonder why it looks like my dog has eyebrows. It's definitely not like my sister tinted eyebrows onto my dog. No, nobody would do that, surely, right? Nobody would do such a thing. No, in fact, in fact, people do something. Gucci. Thank you for noticing. Amazing. Hello again. 93, not 983A. It's nice to have you here. Yeah, 507, dude. Like we're freaking going for it. Bars, isn't it? Thank you, Toast, for joining us as well, Brother Bay. So much love to you. Loving you so extra hard, dear sister. Love you, Booper. How do you handle the compromise of living fully but spending time live streaming from the ego perspective? I'm not doing it for the ego perspective, Blunt. I realized that in live streaming, and I actually got to have a conversation with a friend about this today, and I completely forgot about that information. So, eternally grateful for you allowing me the opportunity to talk about that, Blunt Normal. Like, me and Christian had this conversation about being able to share our beings, our love, our understanding, our expression of this infinity with other beings, right? And how people tell us that the way that we shared love with them, the things we said to them, the way we see the world, irreversibly changed them in a way that is positive, in a way that has given them more freedom to love themselves. And I mentioned to him that I want him to start streaming for the same reason that I'm streaming, because we can do that for one another. You're allowing me to do it for you right now, as I am allowing you to do that for me. So surely there is this compromise of living fully and being completely present with my existence without live streaming. But with live streaming, I open myself up to the infinite, literally to infinite potential of all of you friends to teach me something. And in that, growth process, both of us learn something. So it is a balance. You're not supposed to destroy your ego. You're supposed to befriend it. That's the way that I think about it, Blunt. How about you, friend? Like, do let me know if you have some advice. If you can tell me that I'm doing something incorrectly, I'm more than willing to correct myself. I appreciate you and everyone in the Haywire Hill. Very nice to meet you all. My name is Molly. Molly. Molly, beloved friend. Miss Moss. Molly became a Patreon supporter yesterday. I sent you a message on Patreon as well. I don't know if you found it just yet, but I think it went something like, "Oh, Molly," or maybe it's just like, "Molly, oh, the folly of Oh, no, wait, oh golly, the folly of separation has melted away." Thank you. for being in this moment with me. Something like that. I was just like, yes, Molly, thank you for supporting me, friend. I'm eternally grateful for it. Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. So we just have to live on the edge of a white hole and we'll be eternal. We already are with the bay. We are that white hole, broadcasting the eternity. Goodness, loving the god pet, those buffers. Melt, what's your perfect microdose? 0.25 grams. Like a quarter of a single gram, apparently, as my ideal dose. Like that at that dose I don't feel it at all, but your results may differ as as they do. You're cringe. I mean, you're misspelling your friend, so who's more cringe? You who cannot spell, or me who pretends that he can spell? Mm. I love you, friend. Thank you. Thank you for cringing, Like there's a reason you're cringing at the end of the day. Ask yourself why. Molly, nice to meet you too. Hope you have a great day. We love you, friend. Thank you for saying hi, Gucci. Nice to meet you, Molly. My name is Joel. Thank you for introducing yourself as well, beloved Fash. Thank you, Diana, for the love. The technique Melt was using, Satana Ma, has helped me very much through anxiety and panic. I hope you can find something that works for you. Love. Thank you for that. It genuinely helps. We have so many tools to take care of our mental health, but we're not taught these tools. And then, even if we're taught these tools, we forget them or don't practice them. Bruh just got flamed. I mean, I didn't want to flame him, and like the your, like the YOUR versus YOU apostrophe RE. Like it's something that's so trivial, but if you're going to like tell someone that they're cringe, at least make sure that that comment in and of itself won't be cringeworthy, right? Like you can at least respect yourself that much. People are so nuts. I love it. It's the perfect thing. Call the burn unit. Call the fire department. We need an ambulance. Call him an ambulance. Everyone. What's his name? I've already forgot. I'm sorry, friend. Bus slides. Basilides? Basilides the falls? Basilides an ambulance. Basilides an ambulance. But it's a horrible joke that I heard as a child where you basically use someone's name that you don't like, to tell the joke, and they fall off of the swing and they like break something, they break their leg, and then a teacher comes out and then says, "Call Basilides an ambulance," and all of the kids start cheering, "Basilides an ambulance, Basilides." Oh, call him an ambulance, please. Thank you, brother Bear. Hello, brother. Dark, getting dark there. Rainy. It's rainy. 1, and I'm underneath the roof. 2, and the power is off. 3, but we have lights, fortunately powered by a car battery, so we can see one another still. Thank you for joining us, Dan. How are you doing, brother Bear? Like Dan got to share me. Didn't get to, wanted to share with me, the flowers that has been expressing themselves in his world, and I've never seen flowers like that, and to be able to be in that moment, what a pleasure. Thank you for allowing me that, brother Bear. That's confusing. Thank you again, friend. I hope you find peace. Hope he alive. Thank you. He's gonna find peace. I'm sure he's okay. He's just unwilling, Like you cannot see that which you are unwilling to see. It's like you're going out somewhere and you're like claiming that you will not see something. I refuse. I am unworthy of love. And then you go into the world and then everybody you meet doesn't love you and you're like, "Yeah, look, I'm right. Look at it. Look, I'm so right. Look at how right I am." Like, yeah, well done. You just realized how manifestation works. Congratulations. Alright, my friends, I'm off to do some errands. Sending you love, Isaac. Thank you for joining us for as long as you did. I love you all so much. I'll make sure to share the pictures with you who have asked. Like, I mean, you can share it with all of us if you'll be willing to, but I get you. Thank you, Isaac. Please do share it with me. Wow, I know how to spell. Have a light filled. So much love to you. Thank you so much for today. Oops, Satanama. It's perfect. I still read it that way. Oh, Anma. It's okay. Miss Mouse Molly. I love your name. It's beautiful. It really is. What does this even mean? Finding peace, friend. You know, like you don't ever reach out to someone else in a negative way by telling them they're cringe if you're at peace. Like that's just not something that happens. If you've been at peace, you see love. Literally every single being you lay eyes on, you want them to succeed. You want them to be happy, you want them to be joyous. That's what you want if you're at peace. So if your first reaction to seeing another being is, you're cringe, you're not at peace, friend. And we want you to be at peace. So that's what it means, besides. You are Earth, lol. Yes, friend. If you go and take up the chemical composition of the Earth's crust, you analyze it, and then you turn yourself into goo, and you analyze the chemical composition of that goo, you are made of the Earth. You are Earth, literally. Like literally. Like it's not even a joke. It's not even like hippie woo woo. It's actual fact. Don't forget, I'm just a message or a text away, even a thought away, Kira Burb. Always. The brain is the only organ that named itself. It's true. That's true. I hope you choose kindness. There we go. Oh my goodness. Joel Mouse, here's an absolute sweetheart. So much love. Hey, starting show. Sweet, understand immensely. Love is true. Bet you garb is made in a sweatshop. Your garb is made in a sweatshop. It might be. Might have been made in a sweatshop. And now, I get to wear it. And I get to share the love that was put into this thing. And I get to show it to you. And you get to experience the awe and the beauty of that. So even if what you just said might be true, so is love, friend. And it's what you're gonna see. What do you want to see, friend? That's for you to answer. And what you choose, you see, the Salites. You're the one in power, friend. Just realize that. Jojo was doing a dancing stream just like Meld. How sick! Please, if you would be willing to tell Jojo that I love her to bits. A lot of talking, but not much being said. Yeah, like the Salites, you have talked a bunch, and you have said nothing as well. You just repeated my words back to me. You see the hypocrisy that's happening here? Love you some Jojo. Me too, Kira Burp. She's so amazing. How are you? I'm doing well. Tomorrow is new. I'm a little bit cold, and we don't have electricity right now, but I'm doing so well. Fortunately, the power supply unit, uninterrupted power supply unit, works. I'm so grateful for that little piece of technology. Remember, friends, be respectful of move along. I think like he probably got bad hammered, and it kind of makes me sad as well on B. But I'm sure he'll find his way. Sometimes it'll take him some time, but eventually. Become respectful. Lol, this is day 507. Say something we haven't heard before, right? That's what I feel as well, Toast. Like, I love the haters. Absolutely adore them. I just wish they were original. I just wish they like brought some value. Like if I'm so open to getting criticized. I even welcome it. I'm like, yeah, please, like school me, please. Please tell me, yeah, dude, this is stupid because this, and this. And if you think in this way instead, maybe you'll be happier. Then I'd be like, sick, dude, that's amazing. Thank you for sharing that with me. I should pay attention to that. But it's always this, oh, you're stupid. No, you're a hippie. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? You think you're doing something? You're like farting in the wind. What are you doing? What's the lights? Good on you. So much love. Thank you, friends. Like a total brand new sentence that no one has ever uttered before. I'm in this. Also, apologies to the wild, untamed weirdo Burb and Nell stream. No, it's perfect, friend. Merlin, high quality human. Thank you for the love. Is that a green screen? No. I'm guessing that's a joke, Lazy Fortune. Like if it was ever not a green screen, would have not been a green screen now. But maybe the lighting, the current lighting might make it seem that way because it's pretty bright and I might be standing out a little bit. I'm Hunky Boy. Do you like cheese? Occasionally, Hunky Boy. I eat a lot less cheese than I used to. Like now cheese is like a once a week, maybe 3 times a month type of thing. How about you, hunky boy? You like cheese? You fit right in. Thank you for the love. It's your. Yes, you are. You are cringe. Not your cringe, because that would imply that it's my cringe, right? I can say that's your cringe, friend. That's your cringe. And then I would use that your that you used. But if you were trying to insult me, you would say you are cringe, okay? Okay, thank you. Thank you for joining us for English with Mel. I used to be an English teacher, so it kind of like feels sort of surreal. Have a nice day. Thank you for the love, Shannon. Hey, I'm titled again. So much love to you, always, friend. Thank you for joining us. This is his backyard. Thank you, Kira Burb. All the spice, some for boss. First introduction to me was last night in Nell's stream. He had a glorious rainstorm in which I danced in my birthday suit. Oh, that's so beautiful. She's been introduced into the Spice Club for sure. Kira Burb, that is such an expression of love, you know. And I shared this as well recently with friends, where I'll get completely in my birthday suit, you know, in the middle of the night, and I'll walk out underneath the moon, and I'll feel my feet on the ground and on the grass, and I'll just be a human, you know, without all of the rest of the attachments that I usually clothe myself in. I can just be a human underneath the moon, and it's such an expression of what we are. Thank you for allowing yourself that, Kira Burb. I have to go to a party today, but I'm dreading it because it's a couple of friends of ours, but the couple just split. And I don't want to pick sides because I love them both, but I have to support them both and listen to them. Eden, good luck, friend. Good luck. I'm sure you got this. I'm sure you'll, try and share as much love of them as you can. It is difficult, I know. I know you got this as well, though. Isaac and Jasmine, we love you. Thank you for sharing that love. Kira Burb, I appreciate it so much. It's gonna drain my soul. It's going to challenge your soul. Let's use uplifting words. Sure, challenges can be draining. But challenges can also be enlightening and show you how powerful you are. So it's gonna be a challenge to your soul. I do believe that. Thank you for the love, Eden, for sharing love with them. Have you had your medication today? I will probably have some of my medication a little bit later though, friend. Thank you for making sure that my well-being is taken care of. I appreciate that so much. Oh, that's a tricky one. Send all of the persons and vibes and love. You're a natural peacemaker, and I believe you'll be able to organically and intrinsically find your way through this. Thank you for that encouragement, Kira Burb, for seeing our beloved friend. Yes, you are. We don't make jokes or talk sarcastically about these matters. Last warning to be respectful or find something better to do with your time. I believe that he has been bonked, turned into molten goo, and is now probably leaking into someone else's existence. That's the thing that bothers me. Like I would rather not ban anyone on B, and I know this is a tall order, but please don't ban the trolls in my streams, because I would rather have a troll in my stream than that person going to someone else and hurting them, because I know who I am and I know what I'm capable of tolerating. Like instead of thinking of it as, oh, why is this happening to me? The stoic philosophy of I'm happy that it's happening to me because I'm powerful enough to weather it and someone else might not be. So I would rather have him throw shit on me, and me melting that shit as it flies towards me, instead of someone else getting hit by the shit. Auntie? Thank you though, friend. Thank you for being willing to protect and keep this safe space. I appreciate that more than anything, and I know that's what you're doing. You're talking to the trollish guy. I gave him like 14 days to think about what it means to be respectful. That is definitely gonna do it. You're gonna get hammered. You're not in a good way, friend. Oh, thank you, friends, for the love. Like I know you friends just have so much love in your being that you don't want anything other than that. Love you so much. Please remember that sometimes you have to guard yourself if you truly cannot put yourself in the situation without being negatively influenced or affected. Allow yourself the grace to stay home. Hey, Ginger. Hey, Gingy. I feel Ginger is getting ready to pass away. Like he is very old as well. 14 years old, 14-year-old cat, and like we're feeding him tuna right now because that's the only thing he's willing to eat. He won't eat pellets. He won't drink milk. He won't even eat ground beef. I tried to feed him ground beef and he was like, "The fuck? Think I'm gonna eat this shit?" I was like, "Well, apparently not." So I fed him some tuna and he was willing to eat that, but he doesn't want to eat anymore. He's lived a good life though as well. I hope you put him in a corner. Takes a lot of his away. I need to be grounded. Please, credit advice. Will shall make it happen. Thank you for the heartwarming, Molly. My internet is sketchy. Have a wonderful day. I'm also finishing the stream right now. Perfectly in tune, Molly. Thank you for joining us. While tender and loving, Mel's heart and mind are guarded with the purest of fractals and golden steels of love. What an amazing human and role model for us Melty is. It's the love he shows to all. It's the love you friends show me. Like my capacity to love has been directly and in relation influenced by the love that you have shown me. Like I wouldn't be able to love as authentically as I've been loving if it wasn't for you friends loving me as authentically as you love me. So I see you for that as well. I fessed up to Nelson about lurking him and made new friends. Good, Miss Mouse. Nelson is a fantastic human being. He'll love you so much, and he's so spicy. He doesn't take any nonsense, and I love that about him. Same love. Enjoy your day. You're one of the crew now. Yes, she is. Oh, yes, she is. Great friend. Mine is acting up too. Every 5 to 10 seconds, the stream freezes, and I miss so much of what Estienne is saying. I'm so sorry, Joel. I hope that the YouTube is like semi-stable at least, and you can hear what's going on that side. It might even be my internet of the rain that's coming down right now. Also, birthday suit dances, love it. What a rain last night. What a moment this has been. Thank you, friends, eternally, for joining me in these moments, for sharing these awarenesses, for being willing to remember. Just being willing to remember that we have the capacity to look forward to the positivities that will flow into our lives instead of being caught up in the negativities that we're experiencing right now. You got this. You freaking got this. We're going to change this world into one that's worthy of being lived in. And it's going to take time. It might get worse before then, but we will get there. I know it. I see you on the other side, friends. See you again tomorrow. Same space. Same time. Love to you. Wait. Thunder was scary at one point, but the glorious rain dance, you and me in the mushies one day. I look forward to it. Kira Burp. Like, it's gonna be so insane to actually give you hugs. I hope you have a great evening. Much love to you, Joel. I hope you have an amazing one as well, Brother Bay. Be the expression of love in your infinity, friends. It's required of you. Please, 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 please. So much love to you. Mariah, YouTube is usually very stable. Okay, I'm happy to hear that. Thank you, Shannon. I'm happy that you're tuning in here as well. And within this year, hopefully, if all goes well, within this year, we'll have an audio upgrade on the YouTube as well. So we'll have like less wind noise and hopefully better quality audio. He just wants to make sure you are okay with it. Yes, I was just making sure. Thank you for letting me know nonetheless. Have a super wonderful day, everyone. So much love to you, Melton friends. Love to you. So much love to you, Shannon. Love to you, Mariah. I see 2 more friends in this space as well, whose names I don't know in this immediate moment. It might be Untitled. It might be our bearded Catriot, or Dan himself. I don't think the audio is too bad. The audio just gets bad when we're sitting in the middle of wind. I will get like a little mic that I'll probably clip onto my necklace or something. But it's gonna happen. I want like audio for me is a big thing. Like if I hear wind noises or like crackling or distortion, that's like I can bear with bad quality visual content and just listen if the audio quality is good, but I would like to provide that for you, friends. We're gonna make this space more and more abundant as abundance flows to this space. Thank you for the abundance you friends have allowed me within your consciousness, within the moments that we share, with the depth of your experience. I love you, and I look forward to seeing you friends again tomorrow. Goodbye, everyone.